Hello, Ambrose here, and this video is about my trip to Tijuana, Mexico, yesterday, February 11th, 2012. Just thought I'd talk about it. I went there with my 12-year-old son, Nicholas, and he used his passport for the very first time, so just thought I'd go and show my kid around. I'm a little tired today because we got home this morning from Tijuana, and I didn't get a normal amount of sleep, so I'm a little tired, but I'm doing this video anyway. Oh well. So I'm going to show you a couple video clips that were taken. The video clip of the Rio Grande, which is going to be the first video clip you're going to see, I took from my camera. My kid and I both had a camera that's capable of video and pictures. I'm not going to put the pictures in this video, just the video clips. So anyway, the first video clip you'll see is of the Rio Grande, which generally separates the U.S. from the Mexico. And the video is taken on top of the bridge that's crossing over the Rio Grande, and you can see I show you the side of San Diego, which is connected to Tijuana, and I'll show you the side of Tijuana. This bridge is right when you cross over into Tijuana, and get into the thick of things. And there was something going on in the Rio Grande. Their border patrol was in some kind of mess, so I decided to take a video of it. And I never seen activity in the Rio Grande before. Cars driving around, Mexican border patrol. So I thought it was interesting. I do that. Okay, and I'll insert. So you'll see that video, and then I'll make a comment before the next video clip. I'll save the comment for after you see the video clip of the Rio Grande, and then I'll show you a clip of the video my son took from his camera as we walked through the gates into Mexico. Anyway, let me save a comment for when we get there. Okay, so this video, I'm going to show you a couple video clips of Mexico, Tijuana, on our trip. And after I show you the video clips, I'm going to tell you about what my son and I did while we were in Tijuana. Okay, so here is the video clip while we were on top of the right on top of the Rio Grande, walking over the walkway into downtown.
So here we are on the Mexico side of the U.S. Just on this is the Rio Grande. Something going on down there with looks like the Mexican border patrol. I don't know, some kind of something going on. But anyway, there's the U.S. side over there, and there's the Mexico side over there, and this is the bridge over the Rio Grande. I don't know what's up with all these cars driving around down in the Rio Grande. I never saw that one before. Okay, end of the video.
Okay, so I hope you found that little clip of the bridge on the Rio Grande interesting. Okay, now this video you're going to see next. My son had his camera going as we went through the gates into Mexico, and then you're going to see us walk through. There's two sets of gates. You go through one gate, you're into Mexico, and there's another set of gates that's policed. There's police and the military are there with their assault rifles, and you'll see us go through, and then you'll see the end of this video where where the Mexican military is there with their assault rifle. And the reason he turned his camera off is because there was actually an incident there. The Mexican military with this assault rifle that was this big. Yeah, I'm off the screen. You'll see how big it is. He stopped us because Nicholas was recording. So he made us stop recording. I had to tell Nicholas to turn his camera off and put it away. and then the Mexican military was okay with letting us through into the last gate into Tijuana. So anyway, when the camera shuts off, that's when Nicholas became aware that the military told him to shut his camera off, and just thought that would be interesting for you to see, and so here that is.
Look at all those people waiting. I'm in Mexico. That's right.
Two routes here.
Whoa.
Okay. So we have our choice. That way. That way. Let's go this way.
Is that a real gun?
Yeah.
It is. So you saw the 2 video clips. Okay. Well, so at this point, for those that are still with me, you know, like my ex that wants to hear about the trip, or whomever, I'll talk about our trip to Mexico. So, go through the gates, get stopped by the Mexican army, and shut the camera off, let us through, and proceed on. And let's see, doing show and tell here. I got my stuff that our knickknacks that we bought while we were in Mexico. Okay, so I'm passing through the second set of gates and into beyond the final checkpoint into Tijuana. And the first thing I realized is I forgot my hat. Okay, I'm the type of person, sunlight in the eyes, no, it's not happening. I got my sunglasses on, but the sun's coming in over the top of my glasses. No, I can't handle this. So, you know, there's shops. You know, you pass through the gates and there's shops all around. And the first thing I'm doing is I'm looking for a hat to wear. You know, and they're like, hey, amigo, sombreros. No, I'm not wearing a sombrero. Oh, no, it's not happening. You know, I'm looking for a ball cap. So this guy's wearing a San Diego ball cap, and I get in a negotiation to buy his ball cap. You know, it's a little used, you know, but then it comes to my attention there's some stands, these stalls where they're selling new hats. And I picked out one that said Tijuana on it, and he was holding one that said this one, this hat right here that I'm wearing, it said New York. First I put the Tijuana hat on there, you know, we negotiated, and I was going to give him $10. $10 for a hat. So I put the Tijuana hat on, and I thought about it, you know, and I'm like, you know, I'm not a Mexican native, I'm not native to Tijuana, you know, I'm American. I thought about it and said, you know, give me that New York hat, you know. So traded hats with them, gave them the $10, and so here's my hat, New York, that I bought in Mexico. Okay, so you think maybe Mexico would make their own hats, that it might be the cheapest way to go? No. You know, the U.S. outsources everything to China because labor's cheaper over there. The workers don't want as much money to make stuff. So it's cheaper for us to have China make our stuff, go all the way to China and all the way back, and it's cheaper than what the American worker wants. This is why all the businesses across America go to other countries, because you know what? America workers want too much money to do what they do, so a lot doesn't get done because we just want too much money. You know, I'm American, you know, I mean, it's, hey, great, okay. So I look at my hat, New York, and what does it say? Hecho en China. Hecho en China. This thing's made in China. You know, I mean, it's cheaper for America to go to China, but guess who even in Mexico, their standards of economics are lower on average, but even them, it's cheaper for them to get their stuff from China and resell it in Mexico than for them to make this hat themselves and sell it. I mean, come on, how cheap is China? You know? I mean, even Mexico has to use China because apparently Chinese labor is cheaper than Mexican labor, you know. So anyway, that's the story with the hat. You know, this is the first thing I had to get because the sunlight's in my eyes. I gotta block that sun out. I do not tolerate the sun coming over the top of my eyes and reflecting in there. It's not happening. So, you know, this is what I look like in Mexico, New York hat. You know, I'm standing out and everything. And let's see. So we're in Tijuana, and my kid wants souvenirs. You know, for some reason he wants Mexican money. So I got him 100 pesos. This is 100 pesos. And which isn't much. The current rate as of the date of our trip to Mexico is $1 to 12 pesos. So $1 buys 12 pesos. So you divide this up 12 times, and that's its value. You know, less than $10. And so I got him this 100 pesos, and I got him a 20 peso note. Because he wanted notes, he wanted paper money, and you know, this doesn't want, you know, paper money. He has to have the coins too, and their coins are pretty cool. Because as you can see, this is gold. This is gold around, and then it's silver in the middle, which is the same story with the other denominations. This is 10 pesos, and got a 5 peso, and oh, that was a 1 peso. This is a 5 peso, and then 50 centavos is a kind of plain looking coin. Anyway, so I had to get the kid his, you know, souvenirs. You know, he wants real Mexican currency. You know, he can always cash this in someday, go to a currency exchange, and so that's that story. And what was our next stop? Well, we're wandering around. You know, Tijuana they have farmacias everywhere, and I've been going to TJ. TJ is short for Tijuana. I live in San Diego. Okay, and if you live in San Diego, you know, you're probably going to call Tijuana TJ. That's the local terminology. Probably still is, you know, but I started going to Mexico in 1976-ish, around 1976, you know, so I've been going to Tijuana a long time, you know, I've seen a lot of change there. Actually, not a lot's changed, just kind of having to show passports and stuff, and lines are the same, and anyway, but, so let's see, the next thing we did is, been to Mexico before, and I've had Valium prescribed, and Valium is really great stuff to sleep on, and I thought, Mexico, you know, so, you know, you get Valium in Mexico. If you get it, if you're legal, you have to go to the doctor and get a receta, with receta, which is a prescription, and anyway, that's what I did. This is my receta, psychotropicos, psychiatric. It was a general physician that gave me my prescriptions for Valium so that I could legally have it and present it to the border inspection coming back across the border. And this is what I got. This is one of the boxes. It's Valium, 10 milligrams, and here's the label. Precauciones. Let's see, what does it say? No se administre este producto si ha ingerido alcohol u otros medicamentos que actúan deprimiendo o estimulando el sistema nervioso central. Okay, no, I'm not hot on Spanish, you know, so anyway, and este producto ocasiona somnolencia y retardo de los reflejos osteotendinosos inconvenientes que impiden el manejo de vehículos y maquinaria. Okay, let me stop there. If it says that, you have stuff that's great to sleep on and the effect during the day. Okay, I took one to help me get to sleep last night, so it's still in my system right now, and it's a calm feeling. Calm. All right, it's enough about Valium, you know, Mexican Valium. It works for me, you know. Don't want to drive on the stuff, but I don't, you know, I mean, but anyway. Oh, my doctor. He's a good doctor. He was Dr. Reyes. Perfectly fluent in English, Dr. Reyes. He's above the business called Zapateria Tres Hermanos. So Zapateria means shoe store. Three. Hermanos. Or hermanos is brothers. So it's shoe store. Anyway, Zapateria Tres Hermanos. It's a shoe store, and he's up on like the 3rd floor, and anyways, he's perfectly fluent in Spanish. You know, he's on Esquina. Let's see, it's 3RA. Still haven't figured out what that means. Constitución. You know, Tijuana isn't very big, you know. So Tres Hermanos. You know, every taxi in Tijuana probably knows where Tres Hermanos, Zapateria Tres Hermanos is. You want to see this doctor, you know, it's good. So we did that, you know, I got my Valium, and we continued on our way, you know, walking around, you know, buying Mexican food. You know, my kid wanted to go to McDonald's and stuff, and I said, no, we're in Mexico, we're going to get Mexican stuff, we're going to get Mexican food. You know, we're here. We're not gonna go to McDonald's and get a burger. You know, it's the same thing. Their standards, McDonald's standards are the same. There's very little difference. A burger's there, a burger here. There's no difference. We're not getting a burger in Tijuana. Forget it. You want to get food. It's gonna be Mexican food. Okay. So you know, that's the deal with me. We're no American. Forget it. That's we come to Mexico to eat American. No. Anyways, so So I got my Valium, and one of the things that's cheap in Mexico is penicillin, and I don't have insurance, you know, and I really hate when I get strep throat, and this is the stuff that kills the strep throat. So I like to have a couple bottles of these handy for the occasional strep throat that I get, because that's, oh, strep throat, oh, that is so unpleasant, painful. And so I stocked up on some, you know, I think this, anyway, it didn't cost much for a couple bottles. You know, this is Mexican penicillin, so this is their own product, so it doesn't cost a lot. So I got my antibiotics and Valium, and we continued on our way and went shopping, and let's see, walked around and ate, shopped, and let me just fast forward towards the end of our trip. You know, my kid wanted this necklace. As you can see, it's some kind of metal. It feels like it's kind of some kind of solid metal. He wanted this necklace, cross necklace. So this was I think $5. You know, and it's all metal constructed. About like $5. And got another one. He wanted this this tooth. It's made out of marble or something. The tooth is marble. The necklace is like metal. This is $2. $2 in Mexico. And oh, he has to have a turtle. This is a turtle made out of marble. Anyway, he had to have a marble turtle, so I got him a marble turtle. Anyway. And on our way out, this, you know, I'm looking at these mask things. Okay, they look pretty nice, huh? Fancy? Well, they are fancy. They're like made out of some kind of glass material. It's a decent material. You know, some kind of glass fired up. And anyway, so this lady's. I'm looking at it, you know, I'm like, you know, ¿cuánto es? You know, 20 pesos. I'm looking at this thing, you know, 20 pesos. You know, dos. I say dos. Dos por 20. He goes, no. So what do I do? What you do in these situations in Mexico is you always walk away. And then they counter with a lower offer. And of course, what does she do? Okay, 25. 25 bucks for two. I'm like, I'll look at her. Okay, so I go walking back to these masks. And so, I got 2 of these fancy masks for 25 bucks instead of one for 20. I got another one for $5. You know, the more times you walk away, the more times they'll keep coming down. You've got to walk all the way away to find out what their lowest offer is. I didn't do it in that situation. I just stopped at 2 for 25, and I didn't try walking away again to see if she was going to make a lower offer or not say anything, which means if you walk all the way and they don't say anything and you want to get it, you walk back and say, okay, all right, whatever, you know, the deal is. So I think it's pretty cool. Show them to my ex, you know, see if she wants one. Fancy little mask things. You gotta make sure in Mexico don't get scratched up stuff. You know, the original one I grabbed in the front, of course, big scratch on it. You know, so you gotta look this stuff over, make sure there's no scratches or anything. You know, if they have their way, you know, they'll get rid of the scratches if you don't notice them. You know, you look at your products. You know, make sure they're not defective. And oh, here's something Mexico makes. They make their own candles. It's a big candle, $1. I get a candle. You know, I think Catholics made this. There's a big Catholic prayer on the back. I got a candle. Yeah, and whatever. About $1. All right, so you know, when I'm cold, I want to have my ears covered up. So I was looking at this hat. See this hat? and let me put it on. As you can see, this is a comfy, cozy hat. Covers up the ears. As you can see, my ears are all covered up, so no cold ears, and my head's warm. And this is another situation where I had to pick out one that was not defective, because the first one I picked out was black, but the sewing was defective in there, so I put it back and I looked for one that was perfect, that had no defections. I said, okay, we talked, and $5, single pesos, $5. I'm like, okay, so I got this hat. And I was just curious. I'm like wondering, did Mexico make this hat? Did they make it? Guess what? No, they got it from China. It was cheaper for them to get this from China and sell it to me for $5 than it was to make this themselves. Some stuff's made in Mexico, some stuff isn't. I guess it's more convenient for a Mexican buy China, resell to us, than to make their own stuff. Whatever, I like the hat, I got it. So it was made in China, got it in Mexico. Okay, well, however it gets to me, whatever, I got my hat, little thing on the top, $5. Let's see, alright, well, it's, I can see I'm up to 18 minutes just on this commentary, in addition to the other stuff I have in here. So, anyway, we leave Mexico, and they require passports now, so if you go to Mexico, have your passports, and backpacks. My son and I both made sure we had backpacks. Carry all your stuff in. You don't want to be carrying around plastic bags everywhere. Your stuff's gonna fall out. It's gonna break. It's gonna get damaged. And you want to have a backpack. Load your backpacks up. And be careful with your backpack so you don't break anything. Don't carry around stuff in plastic bags. It's not good. You don't want to do that in Tijuana. So you get stressed out and drop stuff. Not good. So I guess that's the end of my report of my trip to TJ, Mexico on February 11th, 2012. Hi, Florinda. That's my ex, in case you're wondering who I'm talking to. Making this video primarily for you, Florinda. Tell you what you and your son were up to in Mexico today. So, see you all later. Bye.